This video is brought to you by EA Creator Network. Thanks to EA for inviting me to this early access event. Hello guys, this is onlyabidoang and today I'm going to be showcasing all the gameplay features and what you need to know about horses. Anyway, sorry for the username that keeps appearing throughout the video. It's an early access thing and I can't do anything about that. I won't be talking in detail about the other features in the pack, like the new world, nectar making, dancing, the mini goats and sheep, or the new cave. But I'll be solely talking about the gameplay of horses themselves in live mode. Since horses are now separated from cats and dogs into its own expansion pack compared to the Sims 3 pets on PC, will horses in this pack be better than the horses in the Sims 3? Let's find out! First of all, in order to get some horses yourself, besides making them straight from Create a Sim, you can get horses from contacting the ranch exchange number from the phone, clicking on the horse feeder or the horse bed, and clicking on the equestrian center rabbit hole right here located in the new world of Chestnut Ridge. Then you need to choose which horse you want to bring in. You can pick from foal, adult to elder horse. Once selected, your sim will be gone to grab them and then the horse will join the household. Keep in mind that, like cats and dogs, horses take up a slot of your sim's household as well. You may notice that there are two options when picking up a horse, buy one and rescue one, where the latter is much cheaper. The difference is that bought horses are easier to train and have beneficial traits, while rescued horses are much harder to train and take care of and they usually have problematic traits. Like cats and dogs, horses can't be controlled, so if you want them to move around at your will, select a sim and then call them over to your sim's location. You can hover your cursor at them to see their needs and current mood, and if they have negative emotions, you can use the What's Wrong interaction to get to know the cause of their current emotion. You can also take a look at their profile in the relationship panel to see their traits, skills, competition medals, sentiments, and value. Yes, you can sell horses and the price depends on their skills, traits, and competition one. Horses also have a lifespan, so unless you disable aging in the settings, elder horses will die of old age when their time is up. Horses move around by walking, trotting, and cantering, with cantering being the fastest. If you want a comparison, cantering is a bit faster than biking. They cannot go through stairs, even short ones, but they can go up a step of a platform. You can even make this kind of stair that they can climb on. Horses can also go through small doors and they do that a lot. So unless your house is built on a raised foundation, be sure to lock them out by clicking on your front or back doors. Personally, I wouldn't mind them. They're cool to have around. You know what? Forget what I said. Mounted horse cannot go through normal doors. You need to place these big barn doors. Like Sims, horses also have their own needs. If their needs are low, they will get miserable, so be sure to take care of them. Horses have 5 needs in total. First is the hunger need. Horses need food, and their hunger need will drain faster when they're exercising. They can graze on these patches of grass called prairie grass that can be found around the new world of Chestnut Ridge, or you can also buy them from buy mode. You can also harvest them yourself. You can also buy this hay feeder that can be filled with your harvested prairie grass or some hays that you have to pay. They can also be hand-fed with the hay you've harvested and various fruits or vegetables. Note that if your horse are left starving, like cats and dogs, they'll be taken away, so yeah, please take care of them. Next is their energy need. After exercising for some time, horses will get tired. They can take a nap by standing, sleeping on the ground, or you can also buy this horse bed for them so they can sleep better. You can assign horse to a certain horse bed and call them over. They may lay down and relax on there, but they will usually go to sleep if they're tired. Keep in mind that the horse bed can get dirty, so it needs to be cleaned up after some time. After that is the hygiene need. Horses can get dirty, especially after training. You can increase their hygiene need by brushing their coat, cleaning their hooves, or horses can also groom each other. They also have social need. Horses can feel lonely too, so be sure to interact with them often or have other horses for them to interact to increase their social need. There are tons of social interactions you can do to horses. You can talk to them, tell them jokes, and scratch their neck. You can also rub their neck, hug them, and whisper to them, but you need to be closer with each other in order to do those things. All these interactions can also be done while riding the horse. You can also do mean interactions with them, like shooing them away or yelling at them. Once you're good friends with them, you can encourage them to socialize with others, whether it be sims, horses, and even mini sheep and goats. If you just meet an NPC horse, you can offer a friendly introduction to them. Kids can also interact with horses as well. The same can be said to toddlers and infants, but they can only babble, coo at them, and smile at them. Finally, they have the fun need. Horses can get bored as well. You can increase their fun need by providing them this ball that they can play around. And they look so adorable when playing with it. They can also increase their fun need by trying out obstacles by themselves, running around, riding with the sim, playing with other horses, hearing your jokes, and listening to music even. Yep, they can even do this little dance. They don't have any bladder or bowel need that you can track, but at times they will pee on the ground and leave a puddle and poop on the ground, leaving some piles of manure that you can pick up. Manures have 3 different types of quality depending on how well cared the horse is, so be sure to make them happy. Higher quality manures can fertilize plants better. Unlike The Sims 3, horses don't have thirst need, but water troughs are still available in the pack and they can drink from them. This time, drinking water shortens the fatigue duration of horses after they train for a certain amount of time. Keep in mind that like Sims, horses also have emotions. They can experience various emotions, from positive ones like happy and confident, to negative ones like uncomfortable, tense, sad, angry, scared, and dazed. Horses with positive emotions are easier to train and ride with, while horses with negative emotions may hinder their training progress and buck you off quite easily. Because of that, you may need to do some precautions first, like cheering up a sad horse, calming down a scared horse, reassuring a tense horse, etc. One of the main features of horses are, you guessed it, riding on them. When mounting on a horse, horses will change into their riding outfit. Your sim will then begin riding on the horse, but they may struggle a bit when they have low horse riding skill. The same goes when dismounting them. While riding a horse, you can direct them to go to certain area either by walking, trotting, or cantering there. If you just want to stroll around the neighborhood with your horse, you can use the go for a ride interaction with 3 different intensities: relaxed, energetic, and intense. Also, since The Sims 4 includes multitasking, you can also multitask while riding horses. Sims on a horse can still socialize with other Sims, even with other riders, and they can even use phones as well. You can also socialize and interact with your ridden horse as well. You can also ride your horse and train together on the new obstacles here. You also can go to other lots with your horses. Sometimes, under certain circumstances, horses can buck you off, and right after that you can ask for cooperation on mounting so they won't do it again right after. Anyway, there are 2 new skills for Sims in this pack: the 5-level nectar making skill and, what I've mentioned before, horse riding. Horse riding is a 10-level skill and it can be improved by, well, riding horses a lot. You can also increase it by reading its skill book. At first, your sim may ride horses awkwardly and even the horse don't feel as comfortable, but as the skill improves, Sims will be more confident, begin gaining powerful moodlets, be less likely to be bucked off from the horse, and also unlock several new interactions, like cantering, directing horse to train on their own, encouraging horse to train so they gain skill faster, starting an intense training session that boosts horse skills gain, sharing riding tips, and more. Additionally, kids can also ride horses now. Like adults, they may struggle to even get on top of them at first. For kids, riding horses increase both their motor fundamentals and also horse riding skills. But like any other adult skills on kids, the horse riding skill will rise much lower. Even though they can master the skill much earlier, they cannot train horses with the horse obstacles since they're still too young. Like I've mentioned before, horses have 4 skills that they can increase, and each of them has 10 levels. First is the temperament skill. This is probably one of the more important skills since it makes it easier for less experienced Sims to ride them and get along with them as it improves. Temperament skill can be increased by taking care of them directly and performing social interactions to them. You will also unlock several interactions as you improve their temperament skill, like getting rid of your angry and sad emotion, asking for advice to boost your charisma skill gain, and many others. Next is the endurance skill, which can be improved by riding horses around often. If improved, it'll make them become fatigued less often, both when being ridden or when they're training with the horse obstacles. You'll also unlock several social interactions, like asking fitness advice so you can have some boosted fitness skill gain. After that is the jumping and agility skills. These skills can be increased by training using the horse jumps a lot for jumping and practice using the barrels for agility. You can find them near the equestrian center, on some parts of the Chestnut Ridge world, or you can also buy them yourself. The more the skills improve, the more successful your jumps and your barrel race will be, and the less often they'll get fatigued while doing so. Once they've reached level 5, you can set the jumps to be more advanced for jumping and you can start racing barrels for agility. These options can raise their skills even faster but will tire them even quicker. These skills can also unlock several social interactions as well, like boosting fitness and dancing skill gain for agility and video gaming for jumping. You can also increase these skills by sending them to training by clicking on the community board, the horse trainer NPC, or the equestrian center building for a fee. They will go away for a while and return with increased skills. Now let's take a look at horses' different personalities. There are 11 horse personality traits that you can choose from Create a Sim. Brave horses are rarely scared, even on bad weather or dangers like fire, can comfort other scared horses and always do successful jumps and barrel races. They can also make other Sims feel confident. Fearful horses are easily spooked from time to time, so you need to calm them down. They also have trouble increasing their temperament skill. Friendly horses are much easier to befriend, always approach Sims and horses to be friendly, and can give stable gossips to your Sim. Aggressive horses are harder to befriend, likes to be mean to Sims and other horses, and have slower temperament skill gain. Independent horses don't need much attention, so their social need decays lower, but they may even refuse their rider sometimes. Needy horses have faster social need decay, frequently approach Sim for attention, and get sad if not being hand-fed for too long. Intelligent horses learn all skills a bit faster, like to talk to Sims about complicated stuff, and even unlock some unique social interactions since they're a brilliant conservationist. Even Emily here is stumped. Defiant horses have slower skill gain on all skills, often defy your command, and get tense when being ridden, so you need to reassure them sometimes. Mellow horses are more laid back, so it's easier to increase their temperament skill, but it's also harder to train the other 3 horse athletic skill. Their energy need also decays slower, and they have this special mellow out social interaction. Energetic horses are the opposite. It's easier for them to gain endurance, jumping, and agility skills, but harder to gain temperament skill. They're also happy to exercise a lot. Free-spirited horses love to run around the outside and hate being cooped up inside for too long. Remember the 4 types of horses skills? These skills can also be used on some of the occasions that horses can attend to. One of them is community jobs. It's basically like the odd jobs from Island Living but less detailed, I guess. To find them, click on one of these bulletin boards in Chestnut Ridge. You can also buy one yourself. There are different types of jobs. Some require horse riding skills and other requires horse or the mini sheep and goats. These 3 specific jobs requires both a sim and a horse, and your payout will increase the more recommended skill level you and your horses have. And of course, like any other exciting activities in The Sims 4, it's a rabbit hole interaction, meaning that they will disappear for a while and then come back out. Yeah, it's not something that you can witness live. How exciting. After that, you will get paid. You and your horse may also gain some skills, and some traits, like the horse lover trait for example, will increase the payout too. This is one of the way of earning cash with horse, but to be honest, it's not that worth it compared to this next activity, which are horse competitions. They are held in this equestrian center on the new Appaloosa district on Chestnut Ridge. There are 5 types of competitions: barrel racing, endurance racing, show jumping, western pleasure, and finally the ultimate horse championship. All of them, excluding the ultimate championship, have 4 ranks each, which are beginner, intermediate, expert, and master. There's also an entrance fee you need to pay beforehand. In order to proceed to the next rank of the competition, the horse, not the rider, have to win at least a bronze medal of the previous rank. Meanwhile, the ultimate championship can be attended once your horse has at least bronze medal on all of the 4 master rank competition categories. Each category recommends you a horse to reach a certain level of 2 horse skills and also the rider's horse riding skill to increase the chance of winning. Once you've selected the category you want to apply, both the sim and horse will go inside and disappear for a while. And again, unfortunately, it's also a rabbit hole scenario and not something that you can see and control live. And for an expansion pack that's mainly focusing on horses, I find this to be pretty disappointing. Anyway, after some time, once both of you leave the building, the result will be announced and you may either not win anything, win bronze, silver, or gold medal in the end and earn some winning fee depending on your place. If you reach a place in competition, you'll also get your own trophy in your inventory. Your winning chance is based on the horse's skill, the rider's skill, the relationship between the horse and the rider, and even the emotions of both the rider and horse, because happy and confident horses are more likely to win, while horses with negative emotions have lower chance to win. Each horse can only compete once a day, but the riders can compete more than once a day as long as they use different horses. Winning many competitions will also increase your horse's value. Also, if you get the chance to earn a gold medal on the Ultimate Horse Championship, your horse will gain this reward trait where their future offspring will learn skill faster and have higher value from now on. Besides that, Sims can also spectate competitions here to increase their fun need and gain a positive buff. Speaking of offspring, horses are able to reproduce too. In order to breed them, first you need to have at least one stallion and one adult mare. Then, like cats and dogs, you can encourage one of the horses you're already friends with to breed with the other. They will then begin interacting with each other by nuzzling with hearts coming out of them. Sometimes it won't work, so you need to wait for a bit before trying again. You'll know that it's working when the mare's pregnancy gets announced not long after that. Horse pregnancy takes around 1 to 2 days and they will get very uncomfortable when they're in labor. You can try to soothe horse in labor if you want to get involved. Finally, after labor, the foal will magically appear right next to its mother and join the household. Now let's talk about foals. Unlike in the Sims 3 pets, you can create foals straight from Create the Sim in this pack. But if you get foals from breeding horses, once they are born, they will get one of these 3 bonus traits that can't be picked from Create a Sim, which are playful, hardy, and curious, so they can have up to 4 traits at once. Foals who are just born will feel dazed and have trouble walking around, but after a day or 2, they will be able to trot and canter around with ease. If you want to know when they'll age up to adulthood, you can check out their profile or hover over their portrait in relationship panel. Foals can only learn temperament skill for now, and it's a pretty important skill in this stage because unless they grow up, some interactions will be locked behind the skill. They still have the same needs as adult horses, so be sure to tend to their needs. In case of hunger need though, at first they have to be bottle fed or be nursed by their mother. But you can also train them to start eating hay by hand feeding them or train them to eat straight from the feeder or prairie grass. At first, they may get sad at times because of this transition, but with time and practice, they will be able to eat hay properly. Now, if you want to befriend horse much faster, there are several ways to do that. You can have a sim with the horse lover trait, have the horse have traits like friendly and not aggressive nor independent, have the sim drink this unique trash nectar for a temporary effect, have the sim increase their horse riding skill, or increase the horse's temperament skill. If you're too occupied to take care of your horse needs and other house chores, you can also hire this new service NPC called the ranch hand. They're basically like a combination of a maid, repair guy, gardener, and animal carer for your horses, sheep, and goats, so they're quite a steal. Additionally, you can also set their chores and ask them to harvest fruiting plants and horse manures, where it'll be kept in your household inventory once harvested. Anyway, if you have a tombstone of a dead horse that died of old age, when they show up at night as a ghost, you can ask them to move into your household and have your own ghost horse that you can even ride. There are 2 special treats for horses. The first one is Age Up treat that can be bought from this general store in New Appaloosa district. It'll age up a horse to the next life stage immediately once fed. The other treat is called Horse Brosia, which can be made by converting the ambrosia dish to a horse. If fed to a ghost horse, it'll revive them back to life. Now we get to some feature clarifications regarding horses that you may be wondering a lot. Horses can interact with cats and dogs from The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs, as well as the farm animals from The Sims 4 Cottage Living, but there are no unique animations to it, just your usual sniffing and interacting animation. Unfortunately, there are no integrated features for horses to go to a vet from The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs. Because of that, they will never experience any kind of illness. Most of you must be wondering about unicorns and whether they're in this pack or not. Well, you can have your horse and foals have this unicorn horn and they will actually sparkle and have this echoey voice, but they won't have any unique magical abilities or powers. So yeah, it's basically just a cosmetic thing and not a unique occult. Also, all the horse obstacles in this pack are individual and you cannot make a custom horse obstacle course that they can go through in one go like in the Sims 3 pets. You cannot lead horse with a rope or something like that in this pack. You can bring your horse to other worlds as well, but if you ever dare to bring them into an apartment building, they are forbidden. Oh well, I might as well teleport them inside. You can also take horses to vacation worlds, except for Batu. Yes, even bringing them to Salvadorada is possible, but not Batu. Damn, even horses hate it there. There are no wild horses in this pack. There also won't be any NPC horse or horse riders walking around in other worlds other than Chestnut Ridge, unless you invite them over manually. And finally, there's a new option in the neighborhood story setting that allows unplayed households to rescue horse by themselves. It's disabled by default, so if you want that to happen, be sure to give it a check. So those are all about horses that you need to know in the Sims 4 Horse Ranch expansion pack. Before ending this video, I just wanted to show you guys this funny bug I found after aging up a newborn foal with the age up trait. So what do you think about the horses in this pack? And for those who have played with horses in the PC version of The Sims 3, are they better or worse? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. And if you like this kind of Sims video and want more, be sure to subscribe to the channel. See you later!